30 Broad Street, 1022. 13, Sergeant 1 is Central.
Welcome back to Simply Sakura, my friends. I hope you all are doing well today. My name is Gary Sakura, and this is my MotoVlog and True Crime stories. I simply drive around on my motorbike and tell true crime stories. And if you are new here, greetings, and I'm so glad that you stopped by. If you're interested in true crime and love seeing a different, unique type of a motovlog, then I suggest you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my true crime stories. With that, let's dive right in. More than 50 years after the so-called Zodiac Killer first began terrorizing the streets of Northern California, a code-breaking team is believed to have finally cracked one of the killer's mysterious coded messages sent to the San Francisco Chronicle in 1969. For those of you who don't know who this crazy serial killer was, the Zodiac Killer, or simply Zodiac, is an American serial killer who operated mainly in Northern California from the late 1960s to the early 1970s. The Zodiac is most known for leaving a trail of 5 unsolved murders between 1968 and 1969. He was never caught, but he gained notoriety by writing taunting letters and cards to police and San Francisco local media up until 1974. The letters, including 4 cryptograms, or also known as ciphers, his identity still remains unknown. The Zodiac Killer murdered 5 known victims between December 1968 and October 1969. Bloody bits of clothing were included with his letters as proof of his actions. The Zodiac himself claims to have murdered as many as 37 people. The FBI is aware that a cipher attributed to the Zodiac Killer was recently solved by a few private citizens. The Zodiac Killer terrorized multiple communities across Northern California, and even though through many decades have gone by, the FBI still continues to seek justice for the victims of these brutal crimes. David Aranchek, a 46-year-old software developer who lives in Virginia, told the San Francisco Chronicle that he had been working on a Zodiac Killer's codes since 2006. Aranchek was able to crack the 340 cipher with help from 2 other amateur code-breakers, Sam Blake, a mathematician from Australia, and Jarl van Yek, a Belgian computer programmer. According to the coding expert David Aranchek, who detailed the process for cracking the cipher on his website and in a YouTube video, Aranchek used a specifically developed decryption software and a bit of luck to finally make the connection. The team used a unique program to sift through 650,000 variations of the message. In one, a couple of words seemed to appear. We got really lucky and found one that had part of the answer, but it wasn't obvious, Aranchek said, explaining that they had to handpick their way through to decipher the rest of the message. Dubbed the 340 cipher, due to its number of characters, decoding the cipher revealed the following message. It was all sent in capital letters, without punctuation, and included misspellings. It reads as follows: I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show that brings up a point about me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber, because it will send me to paradise. All the sooner because I now have enough slaves to work for me where everyone else has nothing. When they reach paradise, so they are afraid of death. I am not afraid because I know that my new life will be an easy one in paradise death. Aranchak said the team knew they were getting close when they unlocked the phrases gas chamber and the TV show, which seemed to reference an October 1969 broadcast of Jen Dunbar's AM San Francisco TV show, in which a person claiming to be the Zodiac Killer said, "I don't want to go to the gas chamber." I could have not done this without these other two guys, Aranchak said of his partners. All of us in the crypto community on the Zodiac figure the cipher had just another step beyond just figuring out the letters belong to whatever symbol. And that's just what we found here. The Zodiac Killer was known to taunt law enforcement and media by sending letters to local publications featuring cryptograms. They were often signed with a cross over a circle. I'll put the picture here so you can see what it looks like. The Zodiac appeared to stop writing the coded notes in the 1970s. In 1969, a school teacher from Salinas, California, and his wife were able to decipher a message, now named the 408 cipher, sent in pieces to 3 different newspapers. The message read, "I like killing because it is so much fun." On November 8th, 1969, the Zodiac mailed the card with another cryptogram consisting of 340 characters. I will put the picture of what it looked like here. This cipher, dubbed Z-340, remained unsolved, can you believe it, for 51 years. Until very recently, Aranchak and his team finally cracked it on December 5th, 2020. The trio team submitted their findings to the FBI 1 week ago, which verified the discovery. The FBI stated that the decoded message gave no further clues to the identity of the Zodiac Killer. The California Department of Justice has maintained an open case file on the Zodiac murders since 1969. The Zodiac Killer communicated with investigators until the early 1970s before going completely silent. Though he claimed to be responsible for 37 deaths, no Zodiac victims have been discovered since 1969. Question is, did the Zodiac Killer stop killing? Popular culture often depicts serial killers as operating under irresistible compulsions, but under certain circumstances, they can refrain from murder. Personally, I think the Zodiac Killer is dead. What do you guys think? All right, I think we have a little more time to tell another true crime story. What do you guys think? Our second true crime story of the day takes place in Elwood, Indiana, where a woman has been arrested and charged following an incident in which she said her 5-year-old son was trapped inside a running washing machine. Yes, you heard me right. Her 5-year-old son was trapped inside of a running washing machine. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what she claims. Heather Oliver, age 30, pictured here, was charged with a felony count of neglect of a dependent resulting in bodily injury. According to court documents, a 5-year-old boy arrived at the hospital with his father around 10:30 in the morning. Hospital staff said the boy was slipping in and out of consciousness. He had multiple bruises and scratches on his arms. He was somewhat dry, but he had wet underwear and dirt on his knees. Heather Oliver did not call 911 and instead called the boy's father at work and told him he had to come home immediately. The father said when he returned home, Heather was holding the boy in the back of the home near the washer and dryer. He said the boy was in and out of consciousness with his eyes rolling back and he was soaking wet. The child's father said that the boy vomited at least twice. Instead of calling 911, the child's father drove the boy to the hospital because he said it would be much quicker. The child's father told police Oliver, Heather, his girlfriend, called him at work around 9:15 in the morning and told him that their son was stuck in the washing machine while it was turned on. The father patted his son on the back and said that the boy puked water. And then he rushed his son to the hospital because he thought it would be so much quicker considering their proximity to the hospital. Police then spoke with Oliver to better understand the events from that morning. Heather Oliver told police she got out of bed around 9 o'clock that morning and thought that she still seen the boy in his bed. And then she went into the kitchen to pour herself a glass of milk. While in the kitchen, Heather said she heard the washing machine filling up with water, prompting her to go and immediately check it out. She went into the laundry room, and there she saw the boy stuck inside the machine. That's when she saw the washing machine filling with water, and her son was trapped inside. She said she stopped the appliance immediately from running and yanking her son out of the washer, causing him to immediately vomit. Heather told police she did not know how the washing machine actually works. She said that her boyfriend does the laundry because, Heather has a medical condition that prevents her from lifting heavy items because, clothes you can't lift them on a medical condition, I guess. Police returned to the house to execute a search warrant. The police said that they found no water or any blood on the floor, and there was no signs of a struggle. Also, there was no milk in the refrigerator, and there was no glass found with milk in it. Police went into the child's room. They found blankets in a pile, but nothing would seem as if the child had been lying underneath them. Police spoke with a representative for Lucky Gold Star, the manufacturer of the washer. The representative told police the washer will never fill up with water and function while the lid is open. Police tested the washer at the house, and an error message appeared on the screen while they tried to operate the washing machine with the lid open. The washer simply would not fill up with water while its lid was open. As a matter of fact, I've never seen myself a washer that would fill up with water with the lid open, because as soon as you open the lid, it turns off, right? The police interviewed the boy 3 days after he was initially hospitalized, but the police didn't talk much about the incident to the boy. However, according to court documents, when they asked the boy if his mom was nice, he said, "Mommy is not very nice to me." Ultimately, Heather Oliver was charged with neglect of a dependent for knowingly and intentionally placing a dependent in a situation that endangers her son's life and health, which resulted in bodily injury. Heather Oliver, who has been released on bond following her initial court appearance, was charged after doctors ruled that the boy's injuries were highly suspicious for non-accidental trauma. Anyway, this concludes today's motovlog and true crime stories with Simply Sakura. I do hope you found these stories interesting. There are plenty more motovlog and true crime stories coming very soon. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and if you have any comments, I highly encourage that you leave them down below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.